MAGA believe that they've uncovered the latest Democrat attempt to inspire political violence against Donald Trump, and this one is a big one. 43 feet tall, actually. Take a look. We're gonna start zoomed in on this absolutely massive naked statue of Donald Trump in marionette form. Marionettes don't get as much play as they used to in our culture, but I enjoy them. But anyway, that's hanging out outside Las Vegas, pretty far outside Las Vegas, admittedly, but it's a 43-foot tall, totally nude, and I'm gonna say probably pretty accurate statue of Donald Trump. Now, we're gonna show you this art because we care about art here on TDR, but understand that MAGA is not happy about this at all for reasons that will become abundantly clear as more of the nude statue becomes abundantly clear. Let's move to this next image. We have pixelated some of the parts for your safety. The image I'm looking at in my rundown is not pixelated, and you can't unsee certain things, but that is indeed a nude Trump. And then you can see here, now it's a marionette. Some people will see this imagery as if he was hung, like an execution, not the other form of hung, obviously. But that's not what it is. It is a marionette. You can see his strings, as Pinocchio would say, or whatever. And there's one more image shot from below, which if you're gonna shoot this statue, don't shoot it from below would be my advice based on the image that I am seeing. But anyway, this is an art installation. It weighs about 6,000 pounds. It's made of foam and rebar. 6,000 pounds of foam and rebar. It is titled Crooked and Obscene and is expected to travel from outside of Las Vegas to other areas. In fact, as of this morning, it appears that it has been moved, maybe destroyed, maybe we'll find out. But people in the Las Vegas area at MAGA were mad. We'll see if it does survive and makes it to other cities. And we don't have the actual details on what the tour is going to look like. I'm sure it'll be angering people there too.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
But they say, the artists who are anonymous, because they would be getting death threats, so much right now. They say it's an anatomically correct statue. Obviously, there is some speculation as to the anatomy. And I would say, based on Stormy Daniels' testimony, I don't know that it's anatomically correct. I think it's a bit generous. But anyway, they say that it's a statement that the former president's nudity was, quote, intentional. It's a bold statement on transparency, vulnerability, and the public personas of political figures. They also say they aim to spark conversation about, quote, transparency or lack thereof in politics, challenging viewers to think critically about political influence. And I'll give my full thoughts on this as a piece of art later on. I will just say that's how every artist talks about their stuff. And you know what? You can just say it. You can just say it's intended to do that. That's a thing that you can just do. But anyway, I told you that Republicans weren't happy about this, and I want to turn to this now. So Ian Miles Chong, MAGA influencer, said on Twitter, obscene libtards suffering from TDS have hanged a giant effigy of Donald Trump near Las Vegas. Again, saying it's been hanged. It's not hanged, it's a marionette. When Trump becomes president, he should jail everyone who was a part of this effigy's creation. And I love that that's just a thing that you can say as a MAGA influencer. Thousands of MAGA people will retweet your call for artists to be jailed. Again, free speech absolutist. Not only is he part of the MAGA movement, he's doing this on Twitter. Everything about their movement is about free speech until they don't like the art you made. Then they think you should be literally jailed for making art. But the calls for jailing is not enough for some. Amuse Bush, I'm going to assume. Amuse Douche on Twitter says, political violence. Nevada Democrats have hung, again, Nevada Democrats. We literally have no idea who did it. They're just going to say it's Nevada. The official Nevada Democratic Party did it. Have hung a 43-foot tall, 6,000 pound naked Donald Trump. I don't know why he has to put the stats, but saying again, in effigy, again, it's not an effigy. The display costs $550,000 and it's designed to incite violence against and on behalf of the former president. No, it's literally not. Like, you can speculate, but you can't simply state that that's what it was intended to do. They have said what it's intended to do, and you might think that it's BS. I might even think that it's BS, but it's not literally designed to do that. And if you're going to state that it's designed to incite violence, which many do, could you make an argument as to how? Why would putting Donald Trump nude mean, oh, well, I've seen him nude now and bigger than normal, so obviously he must die? Why would that be? Look, you can say it's designed to humiliate him. I speculate actually that that's what it's designed to do, to make a mockery of him or whatever. But the idea that just obviously they want him dead, no, I don't think that's true at all. Now, others have different theories about the inspiration for this. Cat Turd, one of the most important people in the country, just said demons. Because never forget, these people believe that demons are real. They actually exist. And they choose what art is made or whatever. They're floating around. The demons and the dementors and the hobgoblins and the spooks are choosing what happens politically. They literally believe these things. But anyway, and then of course you have the regular MAGAists responding to this. These people are sick, mentally deranged, and should be in jail. Again, the idea that these people should be locked up is very popular on the right. Every one of these people believes that they're free speech absolutists, and they believe these artists should be in jail for the rest of their life. More calls saying it's inciting violence. They're saying it's literally a crime to make this art. The leftists must be stopped. After 2 assassination attempts, they're still happily inciting violence against Trump. Hey, Thomas Paine Band, what was the political ID of the 2 attempted assassins? Would you like to acknowledge that? Maybe like engage mentally with that for a half second? No, you want to be very vague? I think I know why. We are not the same, MAGA. What the hell? I'm not going to go through all of the actual calls for violence against leftists. We don't have time for it. But no, you're not the same, but not better. And anyway, again, they're very angry about this. Now, the Nevada Republican Party has maybe the most reasonable response out of all of these weirdos. While families drive through Las Vegas, they are forced to view this offensive marionette designed intentionally for shock value rather than meaningful dialogue. Now, that statement is not 100% accurate. You're not going to see it as you're driving through Las Vegas. It's miles and miles and miles away. But other than that, they say it's a marionette. They acknowledge that that's literally what it is. He's not being hanged in effigy. And they say it's designed for shock value rather than meaningful dialogue. And I will say, I also think that. I think it was designed for shock value rather than meaningful dialogue. I'm not going to say that the artists don't want some kind of dialogue or whatever. But you made him naked because people will pay attention. You know what you did. That's what you did. I love artists, and sometimes artists can be silly with the way they talk about the art that they made. That's just my view. I'm not an artist, other than maybe my novels about mice going on adventures. And the reason I wrote the story about a mouse going up against a magical crow was to cause people to look inward and think about class and size. No, it was a goof. And this is a goof. In fact, it's a naked goof, a 43-foot goof. But anyway, I also don't think that it's inciting violence, and the pathetic attempts to both sides, the thing that the right said, like, we should be better than this. You don't have to like it, by the way. You could even say that it shouldn't be there, that it's obscene, that cars driving by shouldn't have to see it. You could say all of those things. It's not inciting violence, and I don't think demons were involved. I think demons have bigger fish to fry. They have bigger Epsteins to fry right now than working on art.